Day 276. It's a Monday. I love Mondays now. New beginnings, fresh starts, always exciting for me, especially after having a little bit of rest and recreation over the weekend. And it is chilly here this morning. I'm going to have to go get some more jackets and stuff. I'm an Enneagram 9, so I'm really lazy in the clothing department. I need like a stylist to follow me around because I don't care. Anyway, that's another silly conversation for another day. Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 9. This one is the chapter, and I think a lot of people know Paul's famous words about running your race, train like an athlete, run your race as if to win. Those are some really good words that are found often in inspirational speeches and messages and sermons. It's very inspiring. But there's a lot that builds up to that idea. And so what I'm titling today is Free to Do What It Takes. And that's what Paul has done. He has freed himself. So we've talked this past week about a little bit about codependency and, being attached to things of this world. Paul has freed himself of that. He's even freed himself from things that he was entitled to within the body of believers and within churches. And he makes a case for this. He's like a lawyer in this chapter. He's like, look, I am entitled to be supported by you all, to be compensated, to be paid. I am working. I am the farmer planting the seeds. And so I am entitled to share in the harvest and be taken care of. But I don't want it. I don't want to because I want to be free to boast. But I'm not even boasting and I don't want to boast either, because I am so free now that I can be a slave. Like he's choosing to be a slave. He's choosing to go into communities and be everything to everyone, meaning that when I'm with the Jews, I'm going to be a slave to the laws of the Jews. When I'm with the Gentiles, I'm going to go by their rules and be a slave to that, so that the message of Christ, the good news, can get through to the people he's with. He's going in. This is where I really like the translation of the Bible that I'm reading. It says, which is the New Living Translation, it uses the phrase common ground. I'm going in everywhere I can and I'm finding our common ground. And because I am free, I am completely free in Christ, and I'm on a mission, I can find common ground with anybody. That's freedom. When we're too attached to our dogma, our rules, our structures, our laws, we're not free. We're slaves to that. And so sometimes we go into situations and we're at an impasse. We can't find common ground. But Paul says you have this available to you too. When you become a slave to Christ and a slave to the mission that you were specifically created for, and you run your race, you're free to do what it takes. You free yourself from all of that nonsense. I think he would use the word nonsense. I don't know if they had that word then, but I think he would say that. He would be bold and say that. It's like, y'all are playing way down here by these rules. This is nonsense. I got some God sense, and I'm on a mission. I know why I was created and why I'm here, and it's a gift. And I am not going to waste one precious second, and I'll do whatever it takes to run my race. I think today's going to be a short one because it just says what it says. And you have to receive it to start to unpack it for yourself and what this really means for you. So many of us are trying to run made up races, and according to other people, we're comparing ourselves, letting envy, shame, all of these other concepts or feelings, emotions drive us, and that we're a slave to. And we're missing our missions and what we were created and sent to earth to do. Not that we still can't live good lives and enjoy our lives. And, this is not a judgment thing at all. Because we're all doing the best we can with what we have at the time. But when you are introduced to new concepts and when you really read the Bible, not just, internalize it, eat it, chew it, like you're instructed to do, digest it, let it become living in you. Then you start to get it and you're like, oh, and the scales will come off of your eyes just like they did for Paul. Living this way is available to all of us, and freedom's available to all of us, but it means you might ruffle a few human feathers. You might disappoint some other people. You might not live up to their idea of you and their expectation of you. And that's hard for a lot of us humans. It's not like I've achieved it. I have not. But it's starting to penetrate. I'm starting to flirt, dance with that a little bit, and starting to step out in faith and doing things that it's like, who do you think you are? And then I'll be like, I think I'm this. I think God made me this, and he made me to be free and to do this thing. I've got a race to run. I don't have time to waste. I am not, Paul even says, I'm not hitting the air. I'm not, doing anything fake here. I've got a real thing here to do. I don't want to waste my time. I want to train like an athlete, train my body, train my whole self to do what it takes to be free to run my race, free to train, free to discipline myself. Oh, some good stuff. Okay, y'all read it for yourself and let it speak to you. Like, sit with this, y'all. I just really encourage you to sit with it, meditate on it, don't try to figure it out. Let it figure you out. Let it do its work in you and come alive. All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, free to do what it takes. Bye.